Hi guys, in today's lesson we are going to still be working on fractions beyond a whole, and in today's lesson you're actually going to see me and the rest of our other classmates going through the lesson and going through the assessment today. Now, I am going to be walking you through and setting it up for you, but I will not be giving you the answer. I do want you to go ahead and find the answer on your own, so go ahead and grab your notebooks and a pencil and let's get started.
On a whole assessment. So let's look at number one. Number one says Uncle Joe has two pieces of wood that are the same length. He cuts each piece of wood into 8 equal sized pieces. So right here on our paper, let's put number one. And then we know that Uncle Joe has two pieces of wood that are both cut into 8 equal parts. So let's go ahead, let's draw the two pieces of wood. That are cut into 8 equal parts. All right, so there are your two pieces of wood cut into 8, not cut, sorry, partitioned into 8 equal parts. So this first one, I am going to shade in the parts with you, but the next few questions, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have you do it on your own. I'm just going to show you how to do this one. So it says he used 12 pieces. What is another way to write the amount of wood he used? So if he used 12 pieces, what do you think I'm going to do with that information? Emily, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to shade in 12 pieces. So let's go ahead. Let's shade in 12 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, right under it, we're going to write how many we used and out of each one. Okay, so this first one, how many were used? Franceli.
1 whole.
1 whole or?
8 out of 8.
8 out of 8, perfect. So right here, I'm going to write 8 out of 8. Now, what about the second one? How much was used in the second one?
2.
Only 2?
4.
4 out of what? Out of how many in total? Giovanni, out of how many in total? 8, perfect. So we know that in this first block of wood, he used 8 out of 8. And in the second one, he used 4 out of 8. So the question says, what is another way to write the amount of wood he used? So flip back to your screen with the question and look for the correct answer. Did he only use 1 whole? Did he use 12 fourths? 8 eighths, or 1 and 4 eighths? So look at that answer. Remember, if you need to, look back at your notes from yesterday. How did we write it? Right here. So look at that and then answer the question. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do a squiggly line under number 1. And then let's start with number 2. All right. Number 2 says, Sarah cuts 2 equal lengths of ribbon. So, she cut them into halves. So for number 2, let's go ahead and let's draw 2 rectangles again. and she cut each ribbon in half. So I'm going to cut it like this. And then it says she used 3 parts for a project. So I need you to represent 3 parts that she used. Remember, I'm not going to shade in anymore. I did the first one with you, so you're going to go ahead and do the second one. So she only used 3 parts for a project. Okay? And the question wants to know, what is another way to write the amount she used? Is it 3? Is it 2 halves? Or is it 1 and 1/2? Remember, what is the other way we're supposed to write it? Look at your notes to help you. Right here, what is another way to say it? Once you do that, go ahead and answer that question. And then when you're ready for number 3, type number 3 in the chat. All right, let's go to number 3. Go ahead and do your squiggly line under number 2. And let's put number 3. Okay, so number 3 says, Camila is making 2 books. Each book is made of 4 equal pages. So let's go ahead for number 3. Let's draw 2 squares. Oh wait, was it 2 or 3? 2 books. Okay. Let's draw 2 squares. And then it says, each book is made of 4 equal pages. So let's partition these books into 4 equal pages. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to partition them up and down. Just like this. What's up? Oh, you did it side to side? Okay, that's fine. Okay, then it says, she has drawn pictures for 6 of the pages. So, how can you represent her using 6 of the pages? What are you going to do?
Shade them?
You're going to shade them. Perfect. So, go ahead and shade in 6 of the pages, or 6 equal parts. And the question wants to know, what is another way to write the number of pages Camila used? So this one is looking for how we can say how many pages she used. Was it 6/4, 4/4, 1 whole, or 6 wholes? So this one, it didn't ask for a whole and blah, 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 blah. It asks, how can we say that 6 equal parts were used? All right, let's go ahead. Let's do a squiggly line under number 3. Don't forget to choose the right answer or the correct answer for number 3. And then let's go to number 4. All right, number 4 says, Hillary makes 2 pans of brownies. So let's go ahead. Let's draw 2 squares again.
Miss Medina, I don't understand.
Number 4, let me read it again. Hillary makes 2 pans of brownies. She cuts each into 4 equal parts. So let's go ahead. Let's draw our 2 squares. And let's partition them into fourths. So I guess it doesn't really matter how you partition them,
Yeah.
as long as you make them into fourths. Yes.
Do we? Yeah. Is a 10 quiz test? Is a 10 quiz test?
Is it a quiz? Is that what you're asking?
It's a. No. How many questions are they?
Only 4.
No. Not there were 10.
All right. So then it says she and her brother ate 5 parts. So how can you represent the 5 parts? Go ahead and do that on your paper. And then it says, what is another way to write the amount of brownies they ate? So count up the 5 pieces. And remember, you can do just as we did on number 1, 8 out of 8, and then something out of something down here. Now, of course, these are not going to be 8 out of 8 because there are only 4 pieces. But remember that when it's, let's, for an example, if it's 2 out of 2, that makes it a whole. So think about that when you're looking at number 4. What is another way that we can say how much brownies they ate? Would you say that it's 5 wholes, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, or just 1/4? What is the best answer choice?
And that is how you're going to be completing the assessment. Remember, there are 4 questions. So what you could do is you could have had it up and worked on it while we were working on it. So here's just a little refresher on what we were doing. And that is it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.